NG upgrade 5.9.2020.1. What's new in intake? Orthostatic vital sign hyperlink is available now outside of the vital signs panel. You are now able to document the orthostatic vital signs in a more formatted way, where it allows you to view time, first position, interval, blood pressure, pose, and symptoms. Intake continue. Diagnostic report results. Completed diagnostic reports can now be added to the HPI template as part of the reason for visit. Start by going to the history grid through the intake and selecting the completed diagnostic result. Click on Add to HPI grid. Result will now appear in the reason for visit HPI grid. Intake continue. Historical measures. You can now add historical measures provided by patient. These are good for like video visits or phone visits. So any information that the patient might tell you, for example, if a patient has a blood pressure machine at home and they check their blood pressure on a daily basis, this information can be given to you via phone, and this information can be documented. Intake continue. They've added a new detailed sexual history tab under the confidential sexual history. For the sexual column, we can now add detailed sexual history by going to the detailed sexual history tab next to sexual practices. What's new in SOAP? So SOAP was completely redesigned. The SOAP template completely redesigned. Instead of 6 panels, there will be now 6 cards, and they can be viewed side by side or can be adjusted to be viewed top to bottom. The toggle option has been removed. We can no longer rearrange the panels, but you can select show less to minimize panels. So continue. As you can see here, now we have certain functions to allow us to make the font look larger or smaller. You are able to change the panels. Navigation bar has been added to the right-hand side of the screen, and a side-by-side view of the SOAP. Continue. Here's an example of the top to bottom view. So you are able to change your documentation format just by selecting the buttons up here in the right top corner. Navigation bar, again, has been added to the right-hand side. You can find patient plan, procedures, dictation, generate notes, provided comments, and all the other hyperlinks that we're normally used to using. So again, here's just another look by clicking the procedure. So now you're able to click here to navigation bar, and all the procedures, like, for example, a natal motion, an IUD, suture removal, you're able to now access that a little bit faster instead of clicking on the procedure template. Managing my phrases. My phrases have been simplified. My phrases are available in HPI comments and assessment and plan details. You can now modify existing phrases or add new phrases in the same template. This is just how we're able to go ahead and insert most of these phrases or create or update most of these phrases in our charts. So one, click on my phrase type. List of phrase type column will open. Select phrase type and close. Type in the phrase you want to save. Click on create my phrase. If you're editing an existing phrase, select update my phrase. Insert and close. Your phrase will now be available to use for current and future charting. So what does it also mean is that anywhere where there's a my phrase hyperlink, your phrase will be available. Just remember to always check off list phrases types so that you can see the entirety of your my phrases list. Finalized update. I do want to point out that these changes do not become effective until January 1st, 2021. So what that means is that from today and on to January 1st, billing will be done as usual. What these new changes occur is just the format of calculating an E&M code has been changed. So come 1/1, HMP and P will no longer be used to determine or calculate a E&M code. 99201 will no longer be valid. Coding will be determined the amount of time spent with patient on a day of visit. Well child E&M codes will remain the same. Workflow, MA nursing workflow, they will initiate intake, collect HPI, vitals, review systems, review history, allergy match, collect alcohol, depression screening, complete standing orders, to TB, urine dipstick, pregnancy drug screening, etc., vision and hearing exams. Workflow, providers, everything remains the same. Documentation will be done throughout SOAP, physical exam, adding assessments, my plan, assessment and plan, labs, diagnostic orders, referrals. I do want to point out that with this new upgrade, the last added assessment will now remain highlighted. So as you move through the different orders like labs, diagnostics, so if you select a diagnosis, you move over to the next tab. For example, you're ordering labs first and then you move on to diagnostics. The last assessment you selected will remain highlighted. So if you want to continue associating orders to this diagnosis, it's really good. If you want to change, just remember to go ahead and click on the other assessment you would like to associate a specific order with. Workflow continue. This one kind of more applies to residents, students, nursing. So whenever you're done with your note, just go ahead and check off submit to supervising provider for residents, medical students, for providers who precepted, or whoever they presented the note to. For nursing, I know they use it when they do a nursing only visit a note. They could send this to the provider who overviewed this visit. Most likely it's like a immunization only visit. Phone visits, workflow will remain the same with the exception of the following. Intake will be initiated by provider, resident, no physical exam noted, vitals referred, must get consent from patient for phone video visit and COVID consent summary in the note can be added to my phrases. Visit type will be telephone consult or video consult instead of office visit. And again, feel free to reach out to any of the EMR trainers. We are available via our EMR trainers at mednet.ucla.edu email, Rose 7736, Sim 7734, Levine 7961, and Colon Children 7431.